friends, welcome to today's session. So in today's session we will be talking about nature of environments. So since in our previous session we talked about intelligent agents, and we also correlated intelligent agent performance measures as well as different types of things associated with an intelligent agent, like let's say we have perceptions, we have sensors, we have actuators. So all those things were there. Then we have agent function, then agent program. We discussed all of these in details in our previous video. So in today's video we will be talking a little more about certain things which are associated with intelligent agents, which depends upon their environment in which they are working on. So to begin with, if we are considering the definition of an intelligent agent or artificial intelligence, we mean that any system which can think humanly, act humanly, think rationally and act rationally, we call it to be an artificially intelligent system. Now talking about rationality, this rationality concept depends upon four major points. Okay, so the first one is the performance measure. This we have already talked in details in my previous video, so I will not elaborate much on this. So performance measure in a nutshell is that criteria for success of an agent behavior. Okay, how an agent performs during its activity. So at that point of time, if we associate a criteria that it has performed well or it has not performed well, so that is known as the performance measure. The second one is agent's prior knowledge about the environment. We can also consider this as the percept sequence minus the current perception. And the third one is the action that the agent can perform. So action which agent performs. Okay, so this is very plain and simple. Whatever action that the agent can perform, we can consider that as a rationality factor. Then the agent's percept sequence. A part of it also corresponds to the point number 2, which is agent's prior knowledge, because according to the perception only our knowledge base will be built. So all these four will contribute to the agent's rationality or the rationality factor which is associated with anything. It might be a system or it might be a particular agent. Okay, so if we need to describe or define a rational agent, that is our primary stakeholder. Okay, rational agent. So a rational agent, we can consider it to be let me write it down for you. So for each possible percept sequence, a rational agent should select an action which is expected to maximize its performance measure. Okay, so it is expected to maximize the performance measure. So again, performance measure, here I would like to recollect that performance measure is nothing but the criteria for success. Okay, so maximize the performance measure given the evidence provided by the percept sequence and whatever built-in knowledge the system has. So maximize the performance measure by, second thing is by using the prior knowledge and the percept sequence. So if an agent is capable of performing action, okay, or selecting an action which would maximize the performance measure by using prior knowledge and current percept sequence, we consider it to be a rational agent. So these three things are very, very important from the perspective of a rational agent, and all of this will culminate into an action. Okay, and if an agent is capable of doing such an action by making use of all these three factors, then we can call it to be a rational agent. Okay, so this is very, I think, very clear and very, very simple. Now talking about the nature of environments, which is our primary topic of discussion today. Okay, first of all, since we already have a definition of rationality now, Now we have to think about how to build those rational agents. Okay, we know now what is an agent and how a system can be rational. Now our primary idea should be that how we can go ahead with building such a rational agent. Okay, for that, first of all, we need to talk about the task environments. Okay, we need to talk about the task environments. So whenever we are talking about task environment, they are essentially the problems to which the rational agents are the solution. So if we are considering any problem, so task environment is basically the problem, and this problem has the solution by implementation of rational agents. Okay, so this is primarily, the solution is primarily by the rational agents. Okay, now if we want to specify the task environment, or before we can go ahead with the solution of a particular problem, we have to first introduce that problem to a agent, right? We have to first identify what that task environment has, or what the task environment should be comprising of. So talking about specifying the task environment, there are four major things associated with it. Okay, specifying task environment, and we will talk about it one by one and also with an example, so that it becomes much more clear. So if we are talking about specifying the task environment, okay, we have to go back to our vacuum cleaner agent problem, where we had to specify the performance measure, the environment, and the agent's actuators and sensors, right? So what was the environment? The environment was that there were two blocks A and B. Okay, in the vacuum cleaner world, two blocks A and B, and to some extent both of them are clean, or to some extent both of them are dirty, and we have a vacuum cleaner which can move from right to left and left to right in order to do certain things. Now, or in order to clean up this room, now this vacuum cleaner is embedded with sensors which would sense the dirt in the room, and after that it has actuators through which it can clean up or suck up the dirt. Okay, so if we are considering all of these, the sensors which is sensing the environment, the actuators through which it is acting upon the environment, and also this scenario, okay, that there are two blocks, as well as the performance measure. So what was the performance measure? We were associating one with a clean room, or number, if the number of steps are less, and we are in we were not including that or we were not adding up that particular reward point if it is a dirty room or it is a not clean room. Okay, so all of these, if we combine, it actually leads us to our task environment for this scenario, right? And if we are considering task environment, so this task environment, acronymatically we can task environment, we can consider it as a acronym, and this acronym is basically PEAS. Now what is this P's of an environment, or P's? This is basically the 4 points of rationality, where it is performance measure, then environment, then actuators, and sensors. So these are the 4 different factors which are actually specifying, helping to specify or helping to define a particular task environment, right? This is known as P's. Okay, P's, and to some extent it also corresponds to the concept of our rationality, because all these things are basically associated with the development of a rational agent. So before we can go ahead with building of a rational agent, we have to first identify the problem. Okay, the problem itself is the task environment, and how the things are associated with it. Okay, so if we are considering the previous problem, vacuum cleaner, it is a very simple problem, simple example. Let us consider a slightly more complex problem. Let us take the example of an automated taxi driver. We all of us have heard about Google driverless cars. So now today we will be discussing about a different category of let's say problem or an environment, which is an automated taxi driver. So if we are trying to create this agent, okay, this is an agent, a rational agent, so what are the factors it should be considering? Okay, so this is dependent on the PEAS of this entire problem. That means what is the performance the taxi driver should show, what is the environment that it is working with, what are the actuators that it has, and what are the sensors it will have. Okay, so we should point out that before we actually understand that a fully automated taxi is currently somewhat beyond the capabilities of existing technology, still we do have certain countries who have come up with this particular technology. It is not a fully fledged technology which is there, but yes, it is possible and it is feasible. So many countries have already started implementing it. Some of the first world countries, developed nations, they have already done it, and hence it is not completely a problem which is not feasible. It is definitely feasible, but there are certain constraints to it. The full driving task is extremely open-ended, and there is no limit to the novel combinations of circumstances which can arise or change in between. Okay, so we have to understand that all the constraints are going to be changed, or all the constraints keep on changing with different instances of time, right? So now if we are considering the P factor here, so we will be considering the P factor here, which is the performance measure. And now what should be the performance measure of an automated taxi driver? Okay, so the performance measure of an automated taxi driver could be different properties which would define his driving. Okay, now we cannot simply rely on the fact that we will add +1 if the automated taxi driver is driving smoothly, or we would add -1. No, that cannot be possible, right? I mean, that is not a factor which should be associated with driving. There are other performance measures, like it should follow safe measures, it should be obviously fast, okay, because slow driving or very slow driving will not solve the purpose. It should follow all the rules and regulations. The trip should be comfortable, okay, there should be no sudden breaks and no sudden jumps, and it should be able to maximize the profit as compared to the fuel consumption, as well as the sustenance or the maintenance of the car. So it should be maximizing the profit. Okay, the next factor which is there is the E. Okay, E is the environment factor. So where is the environment, or where does the taxi driver drive the car? Okay, they have the environment which are roads, traffic. Okay, roads, it should be able to go through roads, and it should be able to go through traffic, various traffic which is there on the roads, and it should also interact with potential and actual passengers. Okay, like Ola and Uber we do, right? We pick up certain, I mean the drivers, they pick up certain people from certain locations. So customers is a primary factor here. Okay, so they should be able to interact with the potential and actual customers. Okay, and there could be other pedestrians also, so he should drive safely so that other pedestrians can cross the roads properly. So all these things are the environment which are associated with the automated taxi driver. Now there is another factor which is the actuators. Now actuators are those things with which the taxi driver will be able to drive. Okay, so the actuators which are available to an automated taxi would be more or less the same as those which are available to the human driver of our normal cars, which should be steering. Okay, normal cars also have this, so steering would be there, then accelerator, brakes, all those things. You can come up with a lot many other factors. What should be the spelling? Accelerator, ACC, accelerator. Okay, and then we have brakes. So all the normal actuators which are already present in our day-to-day cars, those only could be some of the actuators of this taxi driver, okay, automated taxi driver or the agent taxi driver, okay. And the last one is the sensor. Now sensors, so how will the taxi driver be able to sense what is there around him? Okay, since he is not a human being, so he should definitely be incorporated with some cameras, speedometer, okay, then GPS, etc. So these are some of the sensors through which he can sense the locations and sense if there are other things which are in front of him, okay. So all those things could be there as sensors. So if you look into this PEAS or P's actually specify the entire task environment of the taxi driver agent, okay, where it is associating certain performance criteria of safe, fast, legal, comfortable and maximization of profit. It is showing the environment where the taxi driver could implement or could be implemented. It also has the actuators, okay, through which it can do different actions, and it has various sensors through which it can sense different things which are around, okay. Likewise, this is likewise if we consider, I think it will be more clear if we consider another example related to this, okay. So if we are considering, let us say we considered a taxi driver agent, so let us say let us consider something which is more of use in today's scenario and a software version. So let us say a medical diagnosis system, okay. It is also known as expert system, and we will be talking about these systems in our subsequent sessions. So but we have to understand that from the rational agent point of view, how is it able to incorporate artificial intelligence into its behavior of rationality, right? So if we are considering the agent type as medical diagnosis system, so this is our agent, okay. Now we will be specifying the PEAS for this particular rational agent, okay. So if we are considering the PEAS, the first one is the performance measure. So how well should a medical diagnosis system perform? So what should be the outcome? The outcome should be a healthy patient, okay. It should also minimize the cost, because we do not want to go for a treatment, or we do not want to go for a diagnosis system which is very, very expensive. So minimization of cost is very important in medical scenario. And then we have to have certain lawsuits which needs to be followed. That means what are the treatments which could be done without supervision or with supervision. So those things needs to be taken care of by the agent, okay. Then we have the environment parameter, where patient, with whom will this particular diagnosis system work? With patients and in hospitals, as well as the staff of the hospitals, okay. So this is implemented in hospitals, and people like patient and staff can work with it, okay. Then it has actuators. So in actuators, this software will be able to display certain questions, to the patients, okay. That what is the problem with the patient. So this is an action, right? So this action is basically the actuator is doing this action. So display questions, then generate tests, then diagnosis, okay, diagnosis, etc. This will be done by the actuators. That means the actions primarily will be done by the actuators. And finally we will be talking about the sensors. So how will the system, medical system, get the, or this particular agent will get the various things which is around it, okay, or information related to the environment through various keyboard strokes, okay. Maybe someone might be operating it with keyboard strokes, okay. So keyboard entry would be there, okay. Then patient's answers to questions which are already posted, patient's answers, okay, through voice inputs. These are some of the sensors through which it can receive the information, right? So PEAS basically is the task specifying criteria for a particular environment, okay. or task environment specifying criteria for a particular environment. Okay, so some of the software agents or software robots or soft bots, they exist in rich or unlimited domains. Okay, so there are certain soft bot which is designed to fly a flight simulator for a large commercial airplane. So it is that very very risky. We have autopilots also, right? So how does this autopilot work? So they are basically given directions related to all these four parameters, and based on these four parameters, the autopilots in your flights basically work with. So can we do a quick exercise on the PEAS, finding out the PEAS of a autopilot or a autopilot agent? Yes, autopilot agent. So can we do that? Yes. So this is all about what are the environment related things associated with an agent, and how we can go ahead with the general logic behind a rational agent. Okay, and how we can actually specify a task environment into the different components which would define it to be a rational agent and a proper task environment, right? So this is all for this video. We will discuss more about properties of task environment in my next video. Thank you.